months, so it's like hard to just focus.
Right. Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean?
Yeah. No, you just get kind of like overwhelmed, basically.
Exactly.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Hooligans Underground. On a Tuesday night, welcome to Standing Room Only. Yay! And October 1st, the first day of a whole month of Halloween.
This is a whole month of Halloween. Yes.
Whole month of Halloween, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Don't get no better than that.
Best time of year. Best time of year. Hello,
Me.
YouTubers.
Because where I'm at, the temperature drops a little bit. The hurricanes stop coming a
Hopefully.
little bit. Yeah. And, yeah, summer's over.
You're supposed to be
a little
watching the
bit.
golf coming.
Yeah, they're saying 40%
70s
chance
coming
to
up,
develop. But
Yeah, it's 50-50.
we don't worry about that till it gets in the Gulf.
That's right.
Okay.
Be wind shear. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna be nothing.
It
It ain't gonna be like the last two. Or that last
it
one.
won't be like that, I hope. The hurricane's
Has anybody heard from Y? Was she back in North Carolina?
She's up there. I don't know.
She's in New York,
Okay.
and they canceled her flight today because of the weather, which she's
Wow.
flying into.
Wow.
And then, so she's flying out tomorrow morning, and she said to say hi to everybody here, and she missed that one.
All right.
Oh, we miss her
Hey,
too.
Miss you. Glad you're okay.
She can watch the streams too, so we can tell her.
Yeah.
Hi, why not? We miss you.
I probably gave her a
Stay
link to our page 100 times over the last couple of years. She don't save it. She don't like it. Don't do nothing.
You got 100 pages from her?
All right, y'all. I'm gonna start us off with a joke or two that are new to you.
All right.
Hey.
At least I think they are. they were new to me.
Hello, Tigress.
Tigers, welcome in. I don't got no Asian jokes. That's a good thing. All right, a baby crawfish and its mama were walking along a ditch when the baby crawfish, who had traveled a little ahead, come flying back down the ditch. The mother followed and asked, said, "What's the matter with you?" Baby crawfish says, Look at that big thing right up there." Mama crawfish says, "Don't worry about that. It's just a cow." But they kept on walking. Then the baby crawfish went ahead again, come flying back down the ditch. The mother asked, "What's wrong?" Baby said, "Look at that thing right there." Mama crawfish says, "Well, that's just a dog. Nothing to worry about. Won't hurt you." They started walking again, further up that ditch. Suddenly, mother goes flying by the baby crawfish. Baby crawfish asks his mama, "What's wrong?" Mother said, "Run! That's Boudreaux." One of them little ditch crawfish.
We're getting crawfish out of the ditch.
Now, that's funny, but I guarantee you, I can remember when I was a kid crawfishing with my grandpa from the ditch
Really?
outside the highway, because on the other side of the ditch is swamp. They tend, you don't
Yeah,
want
we
to
used
go.
to call them mud bugs.
Yeah.
Bugs, yeah.
Yeah, so you just throw it in the
In the
ditch.
ditch. Yeah.
How much would you get? Would you get enough from you?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Them things are like roaches,
I wouldn't
man.
get enough that my mama would cook them.
They all up in the,
There you go.
they all.
Not exactly.
And you steam them up with like pepper and all that sort of stuff.
Good. Yeah.
Asian land is infested with crawfish. That's why we
Gotta
didn't
pull
eat
them
them.
apart. They're not bad. Kind of tough.
If you try and order them from up here, they're hundreds of dollars.
I can go find them in my backyard, bro.
Wow.
Suddenly, while fishing, Boudreaux died.
No.
Marie sent his obituary into the newspaper. It said Boudreaux died yesterday while fishing. Well, the newspaper people, they called up. They said, Marie, you could put a little bit more in that the newspaper. They have 10 lines fill up. So the next day, the obituary appeared in the paper like this. Boudreaux died while fishing yesterday. Boat for sale. That wasn't new.
High five time.
Alright, I got a couple more new ones. Be a little bit longer. I might say one of them right now. And I'll pass it on. Y'all probably about getting tired of this Thibodeau shit. Alright, I got a new member of the group. Claude. Claude, he come from over there by Lake Charles, visiting his cousins down there. So, Pete Boudreaux. I mean, Claude. All right, Boudreaux,
Hi, Claude.
Thibodeau,
Nice to meet you.
Boudreaux, Thibodeau, and Claude all died and went to heaven.
Uh-oh.
St. Peter meets him at the gates and welcomes him in. And he says, there is only one rule beyond these gates. He leans close, right up in their faces, says, this is it. Do not touch my ducks. All three men say, okay, and they head on through them gates. Now, one day, Claude, walking by, he sees the ducks and immediately goes over to touch them. Well, St. Peter comes flying out of nowhere, grabs Claude, marries him, the ugliest woman he has ever seen, as punishment for touching the ducks. Now, Boudreaux and Thibodeau immediately are reminded, don't touch the ducks. Now, one day, Thibodeau sees the ducks and decides he ain't gonna touch it, but he gonna shoot it.
Ah.
Again, St. Peter comes out in a fiery rage and marries him to an even uglier woman. Now, Boudreaux sees all this. He swears up and down he will never, ever, ever touch a duck. Now, one day, Boudreaux walking around minding his own business, and St. Peter runs up and married Boudreaux to the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. Boudreaux can't believe his luck and asks his bride how he got here. His new wife, well, I don't know how you got here. All I did, though, is touch one of them stupid ducks. Right. Times you win, times you lose. The win.
Hey, Jim.
Sounds like Jim's in the house.
Hi, Jim.
Welcome in, Jim.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Open mic time. Who got the joke?
I got a couple.
Got a couple.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody wants to go
All
before
right,
me.
so everybody, welcome up Wade.
I'll go next.
Nobody wants to go before me.
No way.
Let me break the ice up here.
Late, bro. You already got the...
Hey, Wade. Woo!
Hey, how we doing, everybody?
Good.
So, I walk into a bar one time because, well, I'm a redneck and in Texas,
All right.
that's what we do is we go to bars. And down at the end of the bar, I see this guy, and I swear to God, it looks like Hitler.
Wow.
Like, that can't be. No, come on. So I go ahead and I head down to the end of the bar, and I take the stool next to the guy, and I'm sitting there, and I order my drink, and I'm kind of looking at him, from the side eye, trying to do that thing where I'm not actually staring at him. You've all done it. You've all looked at women's tits like that, whatever. We try and not act like you're staring, but you really are.
I know.
Finally, the guy kind of just turns his head and looks at me, and I'm like, all right, he's obviously staring at him. So I look at him, I said, look a lot like you look a lot like Hitler. He said, yeah. I said, that doesn't bother you? He's like, no, I'm Hitler. I was like, what? He said, yeah, I'm Hitler. I'm the guy that started the war. I'm the guy that killed, so many million Jews, 12 clowns, and I was just a really bad guy. And I was like, what? Wait. Why did you kill 12 clowns? And he looks at me and he goes, see, nobody gives a fuck about the Jews.
This involves the Israelis.
Yeah, that is true.
Wow!
You're going straight to hell for that shit.
I may already be there, and I'll see you there too, Sonia. So,
Yeah, save me a spot.
Anymore.
two women are walking home from a bar. They both have to piss, so they go ahead and they slip into the nearest cemetery, right? Thinking nobody's going to see them, and everybody there's dead. What does it matter? They go off into the cemetery, squat, do their business. One of them uses their panties and cleans himself. The other one looks around and grabs the wreath that they put on there, those flowers and things. Uses that, wipes herself on that. So they go home. The next night, their two husbands meet at the same bar, and they're looking at each other, and one of them says, dude, I'm going to have to start watching my wife. She came home last night. She didn't have any panties.
Uh-oh.
The other guy's just kind of sitting there shaking his head. He's like, man, I know what you mean. Last night, mine came home with a card wedged in her ass saying, you were loved and will be missed by the whole entire fire department.
Oh, damn!
Tell you.
That's funny.
The whole fireball.
So I was sitting at that same bar, and two rather hefty ladies walked in. And they had this really strange accent that I couldn't quite place, but it kind of sounded a little familiar. I was like, I love your accent. Are you two from Ireland? And one of the ladies looked at me, was like, she got all indignant and shit, and she's like, it's Wales, Dumbo. And I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. My apologies. So are you two whales from Ireland?
That's awful. Just so you know.
A man comes home to find his wife in bed with a stranger. He's like, what the hell are you two doing? Screaming at him. Right? His wife looks up and looks at her lover and goes, see, I told you.
Wait, I didn't get
Gotta
that.
went over that.
It broke up.
No, way over my head.
Here.
That one went over your head, sorry. We'll let that one fly then.
Do it again.
So the guy comes home, finds his wife in bed with another man, and yells at him, what the fuck are you two doing? The wife turns and looks at her lover and says, see, I told you was stupid.
Oh, man.
Well, I can't believe I had to deliver that twice. I gotta work on that one evidently.
Yeah, you might need to play it later.
Okay. I'm not gonna stand here and explain it. Okay. I got one more.
Smile about it. Chalice is dying.
So a beer bottle is sitting there with a mirror and a condom. The beer bottle looks up and says, you know what? If you break me, you get a year's worth of bad luck. The mirror laughs, says, that's nothing. If you break me, you get 7 years of bad luck. The condom looked at them both and walked away laughing.
So I got nothing. It's 18 years of bad luck.
Shit, lifetime of bad luck. What do you mean 18? I'm still paying for it now.
18.
Like 25, 35 nowadays.
Still paying for
All
that.
right, big
Thank y'all
hand
for
for Wade, y'all.
tolerating me.
Oh, awesome, Wade. Wade.
Good job, Wade.
Oh, where's my thing?
I like that. I'm living it, bro. Living it.
How fun.
Oh, you stupid. I couldn't.
Don't laugh.
I'm sorry. Oh, shut up.
No, don't laugh. Awesome.
All right. Boudreaux and Thibodeau, they both got fired from their job down at the shrimp farm.
Oh, no.
Yep. Now they go on down to the unemployment line together. Boudreaux goes in first. The man behind the desk said, Mr. Boudreaux, I'm sorry to hear about your inconvenient situation, losing your job. What did you do for a living? Boudreaux said, well, I'm a diesel fitter. Clerk said, okay, diesel fitter. Sounds like a skilled labor to me. $800 a week is what we're going to give you until you
Wow.
find a new job. And next, Thibodeau goes in. Clerk asked him what his job was. Thibodeau say, I'm a panty waist sewer. I sew the waistbands in them women's panties.
Oh.
Clerk says, well,
Anyways, I get it.
I'm afraid that that's not a skilled labor. $200 a week. Now, as they walking home, Thibodeau, talking to Boudreaux, says, I got to find a new job really fast. I can't feed all them damn kids with $200. Boudreaux said, man, I'll help you out. I get $800 a week. What you need? Now, Thibodeau, realizing that Boudreaux makes a bunch more, runs back to the unemployment office, furious. He said, how in the hell you give Boudreaux $800 a week and I ain't getting but like $200? Now, the clerk looks at the paperwork and she replies, well, Mr. Boudreaux is a skilled labor. He's a diesel fitter. Now, Thibodeau, that ain't no damn skilled labor. I sew the waistbands in them panties. I hand them to Boudreaux. He pulls them down over his head, says, diesel fitter. Diesel fitter. Diesel fitter.
Ooh, that's a good
They don't know how to speak Cajun. No wonder.
Does he pilot next?
All right, open mic time. We got so many people here today. I know we got more jokes from out there. Come on up. Who's
Carson's
up?
got some.
All right, I'm going to walk off stage
Hey, come on, Carson.
and see who I see coming up.
Carson's coming. Hi, Carson.
All right, y'all, let's welcome up
Hello.
stage. Hola.
So,
Oh, God.
doesn't. She's got bones. Talking mouth.
Yeah, I don't have no camel
it's
toes.
just her neck bone.
Oh,
She's always Captain Camel Toe, no matter what she wears.
my God. Okay, y'all. So, what do y'all call a lesbian with braces? A box cutter.
Oh.
Okay, all right, that failed. But Dan said,
Box cutter.
Dan laughed.
Next.
It's not a black
What
and
do you-
decker record, that's for sure.
That's a fact. What do you call a deaf gynecologist?
Deaf gynecologist.
A lip reader.
A lip reader.
Even if he ain't deaf.
What? Was that too much for you, Than?
That's funny.
Okay, now this is only probably gonna, y'all probably only get it if you're over 40 or something. So if you're younger than that, I apologize, you might not get it. What do you call an underground military strong room in an old Roman catacomb with pillars and vaulted ceilings?
Go ahead.
Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker.
God.
You're groaning, but you got it.
That was good.
Okay, I've been dying to tell somebody this joke all week, so hopefully I won't fuck it up. Why did the Avon lady walk funny?
Why?
Uh-oh.
Because her lipsticks. Her lipstick. Her lipstick.
Wrapped herself up.
I really all been dying always
No joke.
to tell somebody. Well, if you're gonna call me that, you might have to expect that from now on. Okay, so the next time y'all want to slide into someone's DMs or pick up somebody at the bar around this time of year, Halloween, here's what you need to do.
Okay.
You walk up to somebody and say, "Want to reach in my candy bag and pull out something nice?" Okay, I didn't say I was good at this, but that's something you can do. I don't want your candy because the sweetest treat would be your number. No?
Oh.
That's a good
Baby, you're sweeter than candy corn. I mean, that's really sweet because I love me some candy corn. That's really sweet. I don't know what that trick is because you certainly look like a treat.
Oh, that's clever. Oh, that's cool.
You don't need Halloween because you look like a treat every day.
Every day.
Aw.
And if I were a zombie, I'd eat you first.
That's funny.
So you walk up to somebody and you say, "How many licks does it take to get to the center of your Tootsie Pop?" Want to find out?
Oh, these are good.
Or you could say, "I didn't know that my favorite Halloween treat came in life size."
Oh, these are good.
Want to check my pants for a treat? That was
No,
pretty
that's just all
bad.
the quarters.
Funny.
Right here in front of all these people?
Have you met me?
I'm getting horny.
Are you tired because you've been running through my nightmare all night?
Oh God, that's not nice.
Are you a monster? Because you look franken fine.
Freaking fine. Oh, these are good.
Looks like my love spell is working. I can't witch away my attraction to you. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
These are all good pickup lines.
Are you a zombie? Because I'm really liking your brains.
Says no man never.
Are you a witch? Because I'm definitely under your spell.
Oh,
Are you dressed up as Beyonce? Because you look bootylicious.
bootylicious. Dang.
You're obviously dressed as a zombie because you look so drop dead gorgeous.
Wow. Dang, these are good.
I looked into my crystal ball and it showed us in bed having breakfast tomorrow.
Oh,
That's a good
I like
one.
that. Not many people can pull that one off though.
That's true. You
At
must be
least
the,
one of those people is here. At least one of those is here.
what?
Never mind.
You must be the devil
One of the
because
people
it
that
just
can pull
got
it off.
hot in here. That skeleton over there, he wanted to ask for your phone number, but he didn't have the guts. So here I am.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's good.
I'm light as a feather, and I can see you're stiff as a board. Oh. You may be dressed up like a skeleton, but there's only one bone I'm interested in tonight.
Whoa.
Okay, all
You
right,
said that
I'm
to
done.
me earlier.
Oh, shut up! You're not supposed to tell all you know.
There's no kissing and telling and stuff.
I don't think there's any kissing involved in
There
that.
ain't.
Now, maybe a little bit. Okay, all right. That's all I have.
Well done, Carson.
Hey,
Yes.
Kirsten.
Carson, those are good.
All right, big hand for Kirsten,
Awesome,
yo.
Kirsten.
Could be where I'm single. My pickup lines never work. So maybe you shouldn't take my advice.
Oh, there went Dusk. Bye, Dusk.
All right, before I start up any jokes, anybody else out here got one they ready? Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, Jim, you know you
Sorry
do.
about that. Who's ready to come up here? Open mic.
Come on, Jaime. Go.
I got one.
I need to buy some time to finish eating my my fried dumplings.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm gonna eat
Yeah.
some big stuff.
Enjoy
All
those.
right, tigers.
And your mud bugs.
Lady Tigress. Everybody, let's welcome Lady Tigress. I believe
Hey,
that's-
Tigers!
It was my first time. I used to
Oh,
go
Pet
to
Cover. I remember Pet.
the other one. Yeah.
Hold on, let me get the sound up a little
I'm
higher.
gonna turn you up.
Okay.
Okay, better.
That's better.
All right. Well, I want to first start off by saying I hope I don't offend anyone that's here. Okay?
Not this crowd.
You didn't hear the jokes I said, right?
Okay.
That was her first joke.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. There was an old couple in Nebraska, and Ma and Pa were laying in the bed, getting ready to go to sleep, but they turned on the radio so they could listen to their favorite evangelist before they closed their eyes. And this evangelist they had on during this time, oh my goodness, he was hooping and hollering and saying what he was doing at the church. He was healing folks, healing all kind of stuff. He was filled with the Spirit and he could heal. And he believed that he could heal those people out in the radio land. And Paul sat up, got closer to the radio, turned it up. He said, whatever's ailing you, just put one hand on it and one hand on the radio. And it will be healed. Whether it is your finances, go get your wallet. Whether it's your kids, go get them and get a picture of them. I can heal them. All you gotta do is put one hand on the radio and one hand on whatever is ailing you. Paul looked over across the bed and took one look at Ma. And slowly he put one hand on the radio. And then he put the other hand in his lap. Closed his eyes and waited for something tremendous to happen. Ma punched him in the back and she said, you damn fool, he said he can heal the sick. He ain't never said nothing about raising the dead. That's my one joke.
All right.
Yay. Good job.
It's funny. The dad.
That was a great joke. Thank you.
Well done. Way to go.
All right, big hand for Lady Tigress.
Well done,
Thank you
Lady
very much.
Tigers.
Hello, lady.
All right.
By the way, I
All right.
don't know if you know, but your legs are missing, Tigress.
I thought that was just
That
me.
didn't even show up in the video, bro.
Why? Because it's all orange cloud?
No, because the I don't know. I didn't notice. Camera is on that upper. I guess. You wasn't supposed to ask me how I know that.
It's on the poor Abby.
Like a trick question. Alright. I done told y'all this one. Should have taken it out. Alright, Boudreaux. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Grabbing from the wrong pile, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Got Chinese rice on my mind. Alright, Boudreaux and Thibodeau. They both decided to take a class at Nicholls State University down there in southern Louisiana. The class is Psych 101. Pretty basic.
Psychology.
Yeah, Psychology 101. You imagine that? Boudreaux and Thibodeau.
No.
Anyway, the instructor says that there are no tests. It's a pretty basic course. But at the end of the class, they're mooted. Now we know must be an old joke. Alright, so the day of the final approaches, and they all lined up, ready for the grading process. Now somebody up in the front, dressed all in blue, walks up to the teacher. Teacher says, you blue. You blue with depression. Fail. Next up is Thibodeau. And Thibodeau is dressed up all in green. Teacher looks at him, says, you're green with envy. Fail. It's pretty easy, huh? Now finally, Boudreaux. Boudreaux walks up. He stands in front of the teacher wearing nothing but a trench coat. He drops the trench coat to reveal a fruit on his Johnson. Specker. His dick. You know, down there.
That thing.
The teacher stares him up, stares him down.
It's leaky.
Finally he says, well, I have no clue what your mood is. But Boudreaux, tell me, what is your mood? Now, Boudreaux stands there, pointing at what he's done. He says, my name is Pierre, and I am deep in despair. Despair. Despair, y'all. He's deep in despair.
That was a good one.
That's just weird. You know, like, come on. I know some places you get the pears and they're soft, juicy, plump. You can almost imagine. Now look, the pears down here in Louisiana ain't that. They hard, crunchy, sour. I don't know. Boudreaux and Marie speeding along the Interstate 10, the high-rise bridge over Whiskey Bay, when Boudreaux saw the red light flashing in the rearview mirror. He pulled over as well as he could on that bridge, and the state trooper pulled up behind him, walked up to his window with his clipboard in his hand. And he asked Boudreaux, he said, did you know that you was going 80 miles an hour and the speed limit is 60? Now Boudreaux, looking down at the cigarette he just dropped down on his carpet, he says, nope, I was doing 60. Now the trooper was getting a little fed up with this ornery old Cajun. He looks at his clipboard, he says, nope, clock you at 80. About that time, the trooper looked over at Marie, who was sitting out on the passenger window at the cypress trees in the water, staring, you know, just out in the swamp. Ma'am, I clocked this man at 80 miles per hour. He says he was going 60. Now you tell me, was he going 60 or was he going 80? Marie, 60. I never argue with Boudreaux when he's drunk. That wasn't my best.
Probably not the
All right,
best.
open mic time, y'all. Who's up next? Who gots? I see Galisa gots. All right. Let's welcome up Galisa to the stage.
Let's see if I can sit down and do this. I might be. Oh, yep, I can.
There you go.
Yay!
And boom, boom, and I have. What do you? Oh. Which I've become an expert of the dump. They're autumn related. So what did that better?
You're breaking up.
Real bad.
I can't hear you at all.
No, yeah,
I think your microphone is off.
And
Hang
we're
on.
hearing you through Fiddler.
I think we hear you through Fiddly, because you ain't got the green things.
How about that? That better?
That's better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure is.
Why did the robot couple insist on being married in the fall?
I don't know.
Why full autumn mated?
What was that?
What?
They want to be automated.
Autumn mated.
Okay. That's funny.
Okay. And how did the tree get a new job?
How?
He had the right qualifications. And why did the tree have to go to work every day this fall?
Why?
He couldn't get any autumn leaves.
I can give me autumn leave.
Why did the pumpkin lose the boxing match?
Why?
He let his gourd down.
Oh, God.
Aww. Aww. Who helped the little cross the road to school?
Why did the little pumpkins cross
No,
the road?
who helped? Help. Who helps those little pumpkins cross?
Who helped the little pumpkins cross?
The crossing gourd.
The crossing gourd.
And
Oh my
this is
gourd.
so stupid. How do leaves travel from town to town?
How?
With automobiles.
Automobiles.
What's the ratio of an orange gourd's circumference to its diameter?
Damn.
Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie.
Pie, pumpkin pie. Ah,
makes
that's clever.
And what does a farmer wear under his shirt when the autumn weather turns chilly?
What?
Bird.
These
A harvest.
farmers things.
A harvest. Oh, hi Nixie. Glad you could make it.
Harvest.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Hey, Nixie.
Hey, Nick.
Okay, so
I'm just, I'm sensing a theme in Lisa's joke.
yeah, there's definitely a theme. So the mob boss had 4 henchmen. Okay, the mob boss, 4 henchmen. Winter, summer, spring, and autumn. So the boss called them into the meeting before a heist. Winter, he began, I need you to stay cool in the face of pressure. Ice in your veins, he said, patting him on the shoulder. Then there's you, Summer. If the heat becomes too much for Winter, use that hot temper of yours to make sure the cops remember who they're working for.
Yeah.
And as for you, Spring, he laughed, this operation is going to bring in a lot of green. Make sure that it keeps growing. And he turned for the door. Autumn stood up and he said, Boss, well, what about me? The boss turned back, shaking his head. Sorry, Autumn. You're just the fall guy. What's the problem with eating too much pumpkin pie this time of year?
Eating pumpkin pie.
Yeah, you get an autumn ache, a tummy ache, autumny ache.
Yeah, Tom.
boy, tummy ache.
Okay.
Oh, tummy.
Why did the pumpkin and the butternut squash get on so well?
Why?
Why?
They were gourd friends. And just like me, why did no one laugh at the oak tree? He kept telling acorny jokes, and that's it.
Acorn joke. Oh.
If I can stand up.
Hey, Asher.
There we go. Whoop.
Hey.
Hey. Way to go, Grease Rock.
Alright, big hand for Gleason, y'all.
Awesome job.
Hey, Gleason.
And those were acorny jokes too.
Those were dad jokes, actually. They were autumn dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
Blame the man.
Dad jokes are the best. Says every dad. Alright, open mic again. Anybody else ready to come up here?
Fiddler says he has some.
No,
Fiddler, you ready?
Tonight.
Oh, okay.
Ready.
Jim's ready?
I'm
Okay.
ready.
Jim's ready.
Alright, everybody, let's
Jimbo!
welcome up Jim.
Ready, Jim?
Way to go, Jimbo. You had to get up
Hey,
and
Bob.
jokes on the mic.
Jokes gotta be done up front on the stage, bro. More than welcome.
Guy takes his wife out for the night and they end up at a disco where there's a guy on the dance floor living large, break dancing, moonwalking, backflips, and every dance move going. The wife turns to her husband and says, "See that guy on the dance floor? 25 years ago he proposed to me and I turned him down." It looks like he's still celebrating. Thank you, H-Bomb. That was funny. It was right there in nearby chat. Bill Clinton is no longer playing the saxophone. He's too busy playing the harmonica.
The harmonica. Harmonica. Oh, that's pretty clever. That was a good one.
That's good.
Have you heard about McDonald's new Kamala value meal? Order anything you like and the guy behind you pays for it.
Army meal? Yeah.
Kamala.
Kamala. Kamala meal. The Kamala meal.
Communist meal.
The
Oh,
Kamala meal.
Kamala Communist. Okay. Yeah, I forgot that was the new name. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie said that he may run for president, but analysts predict it's much more likely that he will walk.
Exactly.
Oh, funny, funny, funny.
Have you heard about the Osama bin Laden celebratory drink? It's 2 shots and a splash of water.
Oh, God.
That's good.
We all know you can only depend on 2 things, death and taxes. You know the difference between them? Congress doesn't meet 4 times a year to make death worse.
True.
A bipartisan bill passed to allow medicinal marijuana to help arthritis pain. This means that there's joint support for joint support.
That sounds like a disjointed sort of joke.
No member of Congress will ever be vegan because all the turkeys playing chicken and the beef over pork is fishy.
Okay.
This is my last joke, but it's going to last just as long as the others combined. A worldwide survey was conducted by the UN. The only question asked was, would you please give your honest opinion about solutions to the food shortage in the rest of the world? The survey was a huge failure. In Africa, they didn't know what food meant. In Eastern Europe, they didn't know what honest meant. In Western Europe, they didn't know what shortage meant. In China, they didn't know what opinion meant. In the Middle East, they didn't know what solution meant. In South Africa, they didn't know what please meant. In the U.S., they didn't know what the rest of the world meant.
That's about right.
And that's the end of my political jokes today.
Hey, Jimbo.
Alright, big hand for Jim, yo.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jimbo.
On that note, I have to say goodnight to everybody.
Alright, Fiddler, good night, brother.
Thanks for the jokes. Nice, Fiddler.
Awesome night. It was great.
Fiddler.
Thanks for being here.
You guys are all great.
You're awesome too there,
Yeah,
Fiddler.
good night, Fiddler. I guess Gleason going too, right?
No.
No?
No. I can.
Okay.
I can, no, I can,
Can't believe, Fiddler, you gonna leave your wife with us?
She's her own woman. She don't need no man.
Harder.
That's right.
Provider.
kid.
That's
Ah, she
Autumn
say
is
so.
good.
Alright, just so happens, I got one more joke. Y'all might have heard it before. Seems somewhat familiar. Alright, Boudreaux and Thibodeau. They worked together and they rode to work together. And that was down at the oyster factory. Now one day, Boudreaux pulled up to Thibodeau's house and he had a brand new thermos. Boudreaux said, man, Tib, what you got there? And Tib said, my Boudreaux, this here is a thermos bottle. Clotilde, she got it for me at Walmart. You can put hot food in there and it stays hot. You can put cold stuff in there and it stays cold. Boudreaux was pretty much impressed. He never heard of such a thing. He said, I'm going to tell Marie, go get me one of them there thermoses. Sure enough, next day, Boudreaux stops to pick up Thibodeau. Thibodeau climbs up in that truck, and Boudreaux, big old smile, happy as can be. That ain't normal. Thibodeau said, Boudreaux, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why you so happy? Boudreaux said, well, Marie went to the Walmart, and like you said, and she got me one of them there thermos bottles. Now Thibodeau says, oh man, that's pretty cool. What you got in there for yourself today? Boudreaux said, well, I got freeze pops, and I got gumbo. Hot and cold. Hot and cold.
Not gazpacho. Gumbo.
Hot and cold. Hot and cold, y'all.
hot and cold.
Yep. Alright, I told y'all that was my last joke. That means somebody got to come up here.
I think Lisa said she would.
I will.
Oh, Pepper, sorry.
Pepper's got a joke too. Yay, Pepper!
Alright.
Oh, I
For the treat. Alright, everybody. Welcome up Pepper to the stage.
Pepper!
Hey, Pepper.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Pepper.
Hi, Pepper. Hello. A cardiologist died and was given an elaborate funeral. A huge heart covered in flowers stood behind the casket during the service. Following the eulogy, the heart opened and the casket rolled inside. The heart then closed, sealing the doctor in the beautiful heart forever. At that point, one of the mourners burst into laughter. When all eyes stared at him, he said, oh, I am so sorry. I was just thinking of my own funeral. I'm a gynecologist.
Dirty dog.
A guy walks into a psychiatrist's office wearing nothing but cling wrap for shorts. The psychiatrist looks up at him and says, well, I can clearly see your nuts. Oh, burn, burn, burn. An elderly patient gets hearing aids from a doctor. After a short time, he meets the doctor again. Doctor says, your hearing is perfect. Your family must be really pleased. The patient says, oh, I'm in a funny situation now. I haven't told my family yet. I just sit and listen to their conversations. In a month, I've changed my will 3 times. Wow! That's fair enough. On a golf tour in Ireland, Tiger Woods drives his BMW to a petrol station in a remote part of the Irish countryside. The pump attendant knows nothing about golf
and greets him in a typical Irish manner, utterly unaware of who the golfing pro is. "Top of the morning to you, sir," says the attendant. Tiger nods a quick hello and bends forward to pick up the nozzle. As he does so, 2 teas fall from his shirt pocket onto the ground. "What are those?" asked the attendant. "They're called teas," replied Tiger. "And what in God's earth are they for?" inquires the Irishman. "They're for resting my balls on when I'm driving," says Tiger.
Oh.
"Fucking Jesus," says the Irishman. "BMW thinks of everything." Alrighty, that's me for tonight.
Big hand for Pepper, y'all. Those got me.
Everything.
They really do. Y'all lied. I found one more joke.
Oh,
Quick
good.
one. Small, short, to the point.
You don't insult me.
Yeah. Alright, Boudreaux. He working on a night shift. Now one night he gets off early. He heads home. When he gets down the street, he sees Thibodeau running alongside the road, naked. He rolls down the window, looks over and says, "Tib, why are you running down the street naked, brother?" Thibodeau says, "'Cause you coming home early."
I didn't get that one.
Alright, let me say it again. Boudreaux works the night shift. One night, he got off early, and he's headed home. When he gets down his street, he sees Thibodeau running naked down the street, away from his house. He rolls down the window and he asks Thibodeau, "Why you running down the street naked?" Thibodeau says, "'Cause you coming home early."
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
You gotta keep track of whose house is whose.
Well, yeah. Just give you that much detailed information. But hey, I never claimed to be a comedian or a storyteller. Just like I'm here.
Comedy Club never claimed to be a comedian.
I'm the contrast to the funny. I make everybody look funnier.
Patiently retold the joke. That was awesome.
You're a sweetener.
A what?
Sweetener.
A swinger?
Sweetener.
Oh, sweetener.
I'm a swinger.
I kind of like
You're a
swinger better. Sweetener.
Never mind.
I'm so sweet, we give you a cavity. Alright, I really ain't got no more jokes, so I'm gonna call up for open mic one more time. Last chance to get up here. Going
Wait, I'm
once,
sure you have another story.
going twice.
So.
Alright. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for sharing your jokes with us.
Well done, Nick. Hey.
Thank you for laughing at us. Thank you for letting us laugh at you.
And remember to like and subscribe and share the video.
Yeah, what she said. All that. All that.
I mean,
Let's see. Let me look and see what the theme's going to be
either way. So
for next week.
I mean, it's Hollywood
Ooh,
Squares tomorrow.
monsters.
Hollywood Monster.
and it's monster movies.
We
Yeah,
got
okay.
we got a comment
So-
from Boston. He wanted
Yeah?
why not to go up there and tell a joke.
Well, why not
Good night,
start here?
Lady Tigress.
I told you
Good night.
that.
Thanks for coming and telling jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, YouTube.
Don't forget
Yeah, good night, guys.
and everybody around the planet that might be watching.
Why not in New York, Boston?
New York.
Yeah, her plane was